Good morning, exercise chums. It is me, Sarah Tag and Sam Tag, live from Tag Towers. It's June, can you believe it? Next year. And it feels like forever since I've been with you for a live session. So really looking forward to today's session. It's all about the stamina. It's all about the cardiovascular fitness. So it's good for the heart and lungs, good for calorie burning, good to make you feel fit and well. So what are we going to need? We're going to need a drink of water so you can have a little sip throughout if you need it or in the break. Do stay hydrated, particularly now as it's getting warmer. So even if you don't drink in the session, please make sure you top up at the end. We need to make sure you're feeling well. That's a really key one. And that you've got a safe space to work in. So what are we going to be using? The wall for the wall presses. I've got my tins for some upper back strength, but mostly it's going to be just body weight and body movement only. So really nice and simple, but devastatingly effective. Right, let's get started, shall we? So we're going to warm up. Again, make sure you haven't got a dog just at your feet that you might trip over. This is what not to do, okay? So we're going to take those feet hip width apart. We're going to think about that lovely long spine, and we're going to start with that little shoulder squeeze up, and we're going to relax those shoulders down. We're going to breathe out. So just seeing about warming up these shoulders, and particularly if you spend a lot of time outside doing, which we tend to do when the weather's better, then you might find that your shoulders and your upper back are in need of a little bit of a warm up. So we'll take those little squeezes and we're going to relax those shoulders down, and then we're just going to move these feet. Really nice and easy. Just find your feet, take a look at your feet, make sure that your footwear is appropriate for this session. So we don't want to be doing it barefooted or in socks. You want some decent shoes that are going to give you some support. We don't have impact, which means we don't have jumping in these sessions, but we still need support for our feet. Now, let's just see if we can steady those feet, take them a little bit wider. We're going to take a little knee bend and we're going to roll those shoulders up to the ears and back down. So we're circling up, breathing in, breathing out. Take a nice breath in, really push that breath out. Good. We're going to take one more. And then we're just going to relax those shoulders. We're going to come into those side bends. So remember this one. This is that sideways movement. So if I show you this way, I'm not leaning forwards or backwards. It's very much just side to side. I always like to imagine I've got two walls, one behind me, one in front of me. And so I can't lean forwards even if I want to. So this is all about that lower back. So we're just finding those nice movements, not overdoing it. Getting some mobility between those joints. And then we're going to come all the way up. Lovely. Should we go back to that little walk on the spot again? Let's try that. Bring in a little bit of relaxed arm movement. Just lifting those knees gently up, not going too crazy yet. Remember, the warm-up is a gradual build. And again, let's just take these feet a little bit wider. We're just going to lengthen through that spine, relax those arms. Now take those shoulders up, and as you let them slide down, just slide your shoulder blades all the way down that back towards your bottom. Then let the shoulders relax. We're going to drop that chin gently towards the chest, and then we're going to lift that chin. We're going to look straight ahead. Now we're going to turn to your right, and we're going to look nice and easy. Don't push into any tension. Come back to center. Drop that chin to the chest again. Lift that head. We're going to look straight ahead. Keep those shoulders relaxed. This time we're going to turn to the left, and we're just going to come back to center. Now we're going to drop that chin to the chest again. And this time we're going to bring that head up. I'm going to show you from this angle. We'll just bring those arms roughly to chest level. And all we're going to do is pull this arm, pull this elbow backwards, and we're going to gently follow it with that head. We're going to come back to center. Nice and easy does it. Let me show you from this angle. So I'm squeezing that elbow backwards and just following it. You don't have to follow it all the way. Just listen to that neck. So those hips are facing forwards. Really nice bit of warm up for the upper body and for that neck. Good. Do you remember we used to call this the reversing the car movement in class? So we're just gently following that elbow, but we're also getting a nice bit of movement in that upper spine. Good. Okay, just let those arms go. And we're going to take some little toe taps. So really just relax the shoulders. That's good. So how are we doing? Ready to step it up a little bit? Okay, let's do it. Now we're going to do a little ankle warm up. So you might need the wall to hold up onto. So I'm going to hold the wall. I'm just going to go heel and toe. If you've got good balance, just don't worry about the wall. We're going to see if we can find the same spot on the carpet. And then let's change feet. So we're going to go heel toe. So I always like to include a nice bit of ankle mobility, calf strength, mobility in the summer sessions because our footwear doesn't tend to be as supportive. Let's bring it in and go back to that little pedal. So one heel at a time. When I say go back to it, we haven't done it yet. Now let's make a fist and then stretch out those fingers, okay? Let's make a fist while we're pedaling. Stretch, really stretch into those fingers. Make a fist and stretch. And again, we're going to make a fist and really open out those fingers, bring those heels down, let those arms relax. Let's take those little squeezes behind us. So tap, squeeze at the bottom, nice strong trunk, relax shoulders, smile. That's it, you've got it. You've got it. Now, what we're going to do is take those little squeezes again, opening out the fingers. Squeeze and open. That's it. Really get some nice hand movement. Excellent. And we're going to do two more. And then we're going to bring it in and we're just going to walk it out. So we're warming up. Let's see if we can get some movement in these shoulders again. So this time we're going to create some circles with our elbows while walking on the spot. So I'm going to turn so you can see. And we're going to circle backwards. Circle backwards. That's it. Let's go forwards now, shall we? Let's really get some movement in those shoulders. Excellent. And then we're just going to bring it down and we're going to take some taps out to the side. I'm just going to watch the dog foot. That's good. Taps out to the side. That's lovely. So we're just warming these hips up and then we're going to bring the feet, bring them back in and we're going to lift those knees. Good. So we've got glorious weather today, haven't we? Glorious. So make sure that you're not sort of wearing loads of jumpers. I sound like I'm talking to the kids now. I do apologise. You wear what you like. And then we're going to take those feet a little bit wider. And we're just going to try those little squeezes, those heel kicks towards the bottom. So half range to start off with. Get those knee joints moving. Get them warmed up before we increase that range. That's good. And then we're going to bring it down. So from here, with those feet hip width apart, we're going to take some mini squats. Come back up. So really imagine you're sitting down. Imagine I put that dining chair behind you. We're just dropping that bottom backwards, squeezing on the way up, but we're not going too far. We're warming up. Lovely. And we're going to take one more. Bring it in. Let's go back to that little pedal, shall we? Back to that little pedal. And while we're doing that, we're going to take a chest press forwards and back. Good. Forwards, and as you come back, really draw those shoulder blades together. Okay, bring it in, and now we're going to take those tap behind, but make it a little bit more generous. Press the heel of that back foot to the floor. Gently lift that heel, bring it in. Let's do the same on the other side. Good. So, just gently pressing that heel towards the floor. We're going to bring it in and we're just going to see if we can walk it out. So we're going to see now if we can just take a little movement upwards. So if I was stood next to the wall, it's a bit like sliding that hand up and down the wall. So no pressure, just gradually increasing that range. Just imagine you're sliding it up rather than really forcing it upwards. Little bit further with each one till you reach your maximum range. Then we're going to do two arms together. Up, breathe out and in. Let's do it again. Up And then we're going to steady those feet, reach up, just draw those shoulder blades back and down. And if you've got room, just be careful what's going on with these arms. So don't knock anything over or give your partner. Breathe in, and as you bring these arms down, just soften those knees. So it's like a mini squat again. Straighten those legs as you breathe in, mini squat down. Good. Straighten those legs. Bring it down and just draw those fingertips together. Draw them away from the shoulders. See if you can open out that chest. That's good. Okay, shake it out. Come out of that little stretch. And then let's take a punch. Let's take a punch forwards while we're walking on the spot. Should we do that? Now, what we're going to do next is just steady these feet. Take a small step backwards, and we're going to take a little jab, 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 jab. Good. Now, let's see if we can relax those arms, and with those palms facing you, we're going to take an uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. Good. So those palms are facing you. I'll show you from this angle. We're going to go uppercut, uppercut. That's it. Good. And then walk it out. Just practicing for what's to come. Just practicing for what's to come. Now, we're going to see if we can reach up. Give yourself a nice big pat on the back. That's it. Well done. You could have been forgiven just going and sitting out in the garden, but you haven't. You're with me. So big pat on the back there. And then we're going to release. So we're just going to take some little side steps. Little side steps. That's good. Let's see if we can take that window movement. Good. Slow it down compared to the main section. Make sure we're breathing in. Good. So we're just circling. Now, these circles could be very small, particularly if you've got injuries. They could be bigger. Okay. It's up to you. Listen to that body, remember. All right. Let's walk it out. Let's walk it out. Let's shake the arms. Shake the arms. Now, we're going to do a little stretch for the backs of the legs, but just to make sure they're totally warmed up when they come back to those hamstring curls. So I always take my feet a little bit wider with this one, okay? Slightly wider than hip width apart, and I'm just gently squeezing. Let's see if we can add that little rowing movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, back to that little pedal. Good. While we're pedaling, let's practice an upright row. So shoulders relaxed, palms facing you. We're going to squeeze those elbows wide. Draw those shoulder blades together. Let's do 2 more. 2. You can feel that upper back working, can't you? And relax. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I've got my wall for support. I'm just going to take one heel to the floor, just roughly in line with that big toe of the supporting leg. Just bend that supporting leg, hinge at the hips, feel that gentle lengthening down the back of the thigh. Then we're going to bring it all the way up, walk it out. We'll do the same on the other side. Good. Smashing. How are we doing, my friends? Are we okay? Yeah, of course we are. Okay, let's bring it back up. So we're going to go back to those knee lifts. We're just going to lift those knees no higher than hip level. And then we're going to take that opposite hand, opposite knee. So when we're doing this, see if you can keep that strong trunk. And imagine you've got a corset-like muscle between the ribs and the pelvis. We're just going to do it up a little bit tighter. So draw it in. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to walk it out. Good. Let's see if we can try some side steps, shall we? I'm going to step to your right. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take my feet into squat position. We're just going to gently lower. Find your full range over 4. Good. Watch those knees. Make sure they're in line with that second toe. Last 2. Brilliant. And 1. And bring it up. Okay, my friends. So let's just do one more little warm up for the arms. We're going to just take these feet a little bit wider, and we're going to take that wide base sway. So when we're doing this, the heels, or particularly the foot, that's the leg that's supporting, the heel is down. Gentle little knee bend, and we're just swaying. Now, keep that head in line with that breastbone and that pubic bone. Okay, and then we're going to see if we can take a little punch across the body. Just a small one, and then we're gradually going to increase the range. Now, what we can do is turn those hips a little bit. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great stuff. Okay, bring it back in. Bring it back in. Take a nice breath in. Stretch up. Bring it down. And we are ready for our main section. So, if you need to open a window, do so. If you need a comfort break, do so. Have some water if you've got some, but keep your feet gently moving. We're going to go seamlessly from the warm-up into the main section, and then we'll cool you down. So I'll dance around Sam a little bit. You find a space. I just check this is in the right place. Now I'm going to give us some music. And we've got about 20 seconds till we start. Now our first station is going to be bicep curl with a little heel tap. Now remember, we can increase the intensity, we can decrease the intensity. It's up to us how fast, how big the range of movement is, and whether we use our arms. So we got 45 seconds on each station. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. So 45 seconds. We're going to have 15 seconds recovery. So we want you to keep your feet moving, but not really intense. It's your recovery bit. Now, if you need to stop and just gently move your feet before the 45 seconds, that's fine. If you need to use your chair, that's fine. Good. So it's all about the movement, but movement that's right for you. Great stuff. So we've just got 5 seconds. That went quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're just going to gently keep those feet moving. Now the next one we got is that wide base sway with that punch across if you want it, or punch forwards, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good. Not overreaching. Good. So this is a lovely one for legs, arms. It's that repetitive movement. Your breath starts to come a little bit faster, but it should be in control. Good. That's great, guys. Keep it up. We're halfway through this one. Well over. Great. That's it. So just within your range. 10 seconds. You are doing amazingly. I can feel the energy screaming at me through the screen. 3, 2, 1. Good. So we're just gently moving those feet. Now, leg strength next. We're going to go to those squats. So if you need to make them mini, you can make them mini. If you want to make them harder by taking some weights, or here, you can do that. So if you've got the weights, we're going to come down and up. Good. So just find that works for you. If you've not got the weights and you need that balance, we can do it here. Good. Make sure those heels stay glued to the floor. Great stuff, guys. Keep that chest lifted. Brilliant. Chest lifted. We're not looking down at the floor. Superb. Now, if you need to stop, just walk it out. Don't let those feet just stay still. We've got 3, 2. Last one. Hold it there and up. Walk it out. Whoo! So, the next, we're going to be marching on the spot. So, ready? We're going to add a little punch. Good. That's it. So you can move and march and punch. So it's all about these little nice, easy jabs. Constant movement. That's it. Come on. There must be something you want to take some tension out on. Just put it in front of you. Give it a little punch. Push forwards with those knuckles. Just relax those shoulders. Don't let them creep up to the ears. Good. 10 seconds. That's it. I know exactly what I've got in front of me. 3, it's the lawnmower, broke down. And now I've got grass up to my hips. 3, 2, 1. Good, just let those arms go. Use your recovery. And of course, if you need a drink at any point, just have one. Now, what do we got next? We got side taps. Ready? Tap and in, tap and in, tap. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. So I've added the arms, elbows slightly lower than those shoulders. Good. Fantastic, guys. Okay, so that's great. Keep it up. That's brilliant. We got 10 seconds. Oh, he moves. That's it, good. Keep that energy level high. Keep smiling. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Just roll those shoulders. Ooh. Now, we're going to go for some upper body strength. We're going to use that wall. So I'm not sure if you can see me over here, but hands a little bit wide than shoulder width. Okay, try not to take them too high. Relax the shoulders down. Let's go. Good. Remember those little satsumas you can buy in the supermarket or any reputable greengrocer? So put a satsuma between your chin and your chest, not a real one, an imaginary one. Okay, so it keeps that nice long neck. Good. Make sure we're breathing out. Brilliant, guys. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Lovely. So let's see where we are. Oh, you got 5 seconds. That's it, nice and controlled. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Walk away from the wall. Release. Good. So just keep those feet moving. Just let those arms relax. So what do we got next? Knee lifts. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to take my opposite tap. Remember that corset, so you're going to keep that chest lifted. Let's show you from this angle. We're not bringing that chest towards the knees, but we're not leaning backwards either. Nice long spine. Good. This is so good for the abdominals as well as everything else. Good work. That's great. So, we are on fire today. 10 seconds on this one. Superb. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do some calf strength. So, oh no, we're not. We're going to do some backward taps, tapping. Add that forward raise if you can. Okay, you got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Remember, if you get tired or if your balance feels out today, just hold onto the wall. Just do those legs. That's great. We're using these big muscles here. And of course, the repetitive movement means they need fuel. They need oxygen, which is why we breathe a little bit quicker, which is why we burn more energy. That's good. Excellent. 15 seconds to go on this station. See if you can keep that rhythm going. Find the rhythm that works for you. Great stuff. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, now we've got the heel raises. So we're going to be standing against the wall and just lifting those heels up. So what I like to do is have the wall there just in case of balance. Start with it. And imagine that you're being picked up by a piece of puppet string in the top of your head, slowly down. So really lift those heels up, pause at the top. And if you want to work on balance as well, take the hands away from the wall. Good. But the main aim is calf strength. So we're really lifting those heels up. Watch out for that movement, okay? We tend to do that. We really want to lift the heels up, so contract the calf muscles. Up, pause, slowly back down. Up, pause, good. Okay, let's do one more. Slowly back down, just take some little heel taps, stretch it out. Okay, so we got side steps coming up next. So we're going to walk ourselves into position. I'm going to make sure I've got some space to my right. I'm going to be careful of the dog. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Start a bit early then. Now, I'm going to wash those windows like we practiced in the warm-up. Good. Just find that level that works for you. Great. So you can make it bigger if you like. There's a little knee bend, but make sure those knees are in line with that second toe or that big toe, or you can make it smaller. Good. Fantastic, guys. How's that breathing? Where do you feel on that scale of 1 to 10? So 10 is flat out, just on the verge of not being able to carry on, and 1 is lying on the sofa. So we don't want you either, somewhere between about a 5 and a 7. All right, slow it down, walk it out. Now, last aerobic one, we're going to go hamstring curl. You ready? So that's this movement here. We're going to add that little row. 3, 2, 1. Good. Really draw those elbows behind you. Let's hit a row down the river. Down the river. Out onto the sea. It's as flat as a pancake. It's beautifully calm. Good. Keep it up, guys. Now, if this gets too much, take the arms out. Focus on those leg muscles. Keep the legs moving. Good. Fantastic. Come on, we can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to walk it out. And we're going to walk it all the way to our tins or our light weights. Nice, safe, picking them up. We're going to make sure those palms are facing us. And the first thing we're going to do is make sure those feet are moving when we do this exercise. So we include it into a cardiovascular workout. So we need to keep the feet moving so you don't get dizzy. Now, when you're ready, we're going to squeeze and slowly back down. Good. Try not to grip those tins too tightly. Obviously, you don't want to drop them, but we don't want lots of tension. So, keeping those hands quite close to the body, leading with those elbows. Elbows go wide. Looking straight ahead. We've got 5. Control it down. 4. Lovely. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Ooh, okay. Bring it in. Time for a little break. We've got 2-minute break. So while we're breaking, let's just make sure that we keep the feet moving. We're not just going to stop. If you do really need to stop, sit down so you don't get dizzy. And let's have a drink. Just make sure we can replenish, have a comfort break. Just get your mojo back. So if you started to tire towards the end, that's totally normal. And this recovery bit just gives our muscles, gives us a chance to re-energize and go back for the second half. So I'm going to have a little bit of a drink. Okay. Hoping desperately Sam will move, but he's not going anywhere. I tried to kick him out of another class. Oh, he's limping. Oh, that's why he's in trouble. Okay, he's gone. Now, 2 minutes almost up. I think it is up, she says. We might have another minute. So, pacing really important. Pace yourself throughout this next bit. It's exactly the same. So if you finish that feeling really quite tired, then we just need to tone it down a bit. If you finished and you thought, I'm not ready to finish, you maybe can step it up a little bit. and somewhere in the middle, just keep with the same intensity. So I'm going to get the music back, and I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do. So do you remember last time we started with a little tap and a bicep curl? Now, if you want, we're going to do a kick, little toe point if you want to feel elegant, but you don't have to, okay? So that's going to be our next one. We've got 5 seconds. I'm just going to turn the stopwatch because the sun's shining on it and I can't see it. That's it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds. Nice rhythmic movement. Brilliant. So, let's find that movement that really works for us. That's great. You're looking good, may I say. Fantastic. Now, if you did need to finish after the first segment, just always go and find a cool down. Make sure you just bring that heart rate down naturally. Do some little stretches. There's lots of cool downs in the playlist. Now we've got 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, come on with me. 2, 1, and just tap it out. Now, what have we got next? We've got that wide base sway. So, if you weren't sure before, we're just taking the feet a little bit wider, slightly out turn, little knee bend as we transfer weight, and then we're going to just punch away from that opposite shoulder. Good, let's do it. Great stuff. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. We're almost pushing those knuckles forwards and then gently pulling them back. Great stuff. That's great. Come on. So we've got 15 seconds to go. Keep it up. Nice long trunk. Yes, that's brilliant. You are looking fabulous. And we're going to feel amazing at the end. We're going to feel full of energy, if a little hot. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just walk it out. So yeah, the byproduct of cardiovascular activity causes heat as well as water, breathing out and sweating. Okay, so you may find you get a little bit hot, so open a window if you need it. All right, so what have we got now? Squats. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down. Superb. So glue those heels to the floor. Don't try and do that. Imagine you've got that dining chair behind you and you're about to sit down. It's the best way to really get that technique superb. Focus on technique rather than how far you go. Knees in line with that second toe. Just keep everything in alignment. Good. And if you're not sure, just keep it small. Keep it small. Brilliant. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. You can do it. Oh, I'm not sure I can. Walk it out. That's it. I need that window open. Okay, so we're going for a punch and a march. Ready, let's go. Good. So if you've got lots of stuff around you, just try and keep on the spot. But if you've got space, you can take a few steps forwards. Just be careful if you're stepping backwards that you're not going too far or pushing into anything that's going to trip you up. Good. We can punch to the side. We can punch forwards. We can punch to the other side. Great stuff. So we've got lots of upper body work today. Really getting these arms moving. And then just release. Woo. Now, side steps next, okay? So I'm going to make sure I've got a little bit of space. I'm going to do double side steps. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go step, together, step. I'm going to speed it up after these two. Okay, ready to speed it up? Good. That's it. Now I'm going to wave. Brilliant. I've got to keep my circles quite small because I'm going quite fast. Brilliant. Now, if you want to take the arms out, just take the arms out. 10 seconds. Keep it up. Step in with the outside of that foot. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're just going to walk it out. So, wall press. Going to make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed, and really make sure you don't hold that breath. Remember, the further the feet are away from the wall, the harder it is. Let's do it. Remember that satsuma between your chin and the chest, and make sure you're breathing out on each press up. Doesn't matter where you breathe, just make sure you do. That's good. See if you can hold that really nice strong plank. So use that corset-like muscle. Draw it in, breathe out. Now if you need to step away from the wall, just walk it out. You've got this. Come on. Come on, I'm watching. That's great. Okay, last one. Last one. And just move it out. Step it out. Roll those shoulders. Well done, guys. Well done. Now, what have we got next? We got knee lifts. So, when you're ready, we're just going to take those knee lifts. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we can do it without the arms. Great stuff. We can add that opposite tap. Get that abdominal work going. Don't forget to draw that corset up or in. You've got it. Oh, this is fantastic, guys. So this sort of a workout is going to give you energy. It's going to make you feel fitter. You're going to find things easier, day-to-day activities. And you're going to feel less stiff and more mobile. It's a winning combination. So keep it up. And don't forget, we can tone it down a little bit. So we could just keep those knees a little bit lower. And release. Step it out. Now, we've got those backward taps. So if you're finding it challenging, just keep the taps a little bit smaller. Leave the arms out, okay? So keep moving, but don't move too intensely. 3, 2, 1, go. Brilliant, guys. That's it. So we're almost done. You're almost at the end. We've just got 4 more challenges. That's it. Good. Fantastic. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds. You can do it. Keep it up. Just take the arms out if you need to. Great stuff. So keep those feet moving. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just gently walk it out. Good. So we're going to go into that calf strength. So the calf being the back of the lower leg. We're going to use that wall for balance. And we're going to come up and slowly down. So if you've got some light weights and you feel confident in your balance, you can hold them to add a little bit more to it. Good. So we're going to have pause at the top, slowly back down. Good. Pause at the top, slowly back down. Great stuff. Pause at the top. Looking straight ahead if you can. Focusing on a fixed point in the distance. Good. Excellent. Okay. Right there. Last one. Bring it down. Walk it out. So we're going to go into those jacks. Now, just little taps to the side. So you've got a little bit of recovery. Shake it out a little bit. Keep the feet moving. Then we're going to go tap and in. That's it. Tap. Now you can use those arms or you can just do the legs. Good. Tap, tap, tap. Just find the rhythm that works for you. You don't have to stay with my rhythm. It can be faster, can be slower, can be smaller. I'm just giving you an idea about what we can do. That's great. Fantastic. Just keep that lovely rhythm going. Relax the shoulders and smile. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And when we finish, you are going to be so glad you did it. You're going to feel amazing. And that's why we all do it, isn't it? Good stuff. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just roll those shoulders. So, last stamina exercise, hamstring curls. Feet a little bit wider than normal, just about hip width or a little bit wider. Squeeze. Good. Now you can add a bicep curl if you like, or you can add a row. You can add both, not at the same time. Good. That's it. So, 30 seconds left. So we can change your bicep curl if your upper back needs it. That's great. Fantastic. Come on, we can do this. We've got 15 seconds to go. I'm going to change the row again. That's good. Come on, we can do this. 10 seconds. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. So let's walk into our weights. Well done, guys. Upright rows to finish off. So, just keep those feet moving. Or if you prefer, we can take a tap and in. Good. Tap. Okay, or you can just walk on the spot, whatever you like. I'm going to tap. Tap. Just helps slow down the arms. Make sure we're breathing out. So keep that view. You're almost looking straight ahead or maybe slightly angling your view downwards. So we're keeping that chin drawn to the back of the neck. So if you feel that neck hurting, just play with that chin position a little bit. Try and lengthen through the back of that neck. Brilliant. 3, 2, last one. Oh, one more if you've got it. And release. Okay, guys. We are done. I'm going to turn that music off. Roll those shoulders. Just have a little walk around the space you've got. Just have a little walk around the space you've got. It doesn't have to be a big space as long as you can keep those feet moving. Just take a little shoulder shrug. Have a drink. If you're feeling really, really tired and you need to sit down, you can have a sit down. Just be careful when you get back up. You really need to stand and then move your feet to make sure you don't get dizzy. So let's have a drink. Excellent. Oh, I needed that. Great stuff. So how are you feeling? How is that breath going? Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for that breath to come back to normal, and that's the purpose of the cool down. That's why we keep your feet moving, bring everything down gently. So let's just think about starting to slow the movement down, but just bringing some movement in. So don't worry, if you need a comfort break, go get that comfort break. Just come back and join in where you can. Good. Now we're just going to steady those feet, bring those arms up, reach up, breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to bend those knees a little bit. So remember we did this at the start. Breathe in. And I'm just going to show you from the side so you can see my legs aren't just still. We're going to breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll just take a walk on the spot. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Slide them back down. And then take one more really nice breath out. And we're going to take some little taps behind us. Just tapping that ball of the foot behind you. Tapping the ball of the foot behind you. Opening up the front of that thigh. And then we're going to see if we can take it into that calf stretch. So I've got that wall there for support. Remember with that back foot, the clock face, so the big toes at 12, heels at 6. And if we want to increase that stretch, we're just going to bend this front leg a little bit, Lean forwards, but keep that heel down. And then we gently bring it up. Of course, we're all at home, so if you wanted to use the wall of support when we're doing that calf stretch, it's a really nice way of being able to increase that stretch. So nice long back. Press that heel down towards the floor. And then when you feel ready, just gently bring that heel up, and we're going to move the feet. Good. And then I'm going to just walk these feet out a little bit wider, and I'm going to breathe in as I open out these arms. And as I breathe out, I'm just going to soften those knees a little bit, give myself a little hug, let that chin drop to the chest, and we're going to breathe in. Fill that chest. It's almost as if you're breathing out through the mouth and then breathing in. Imagine breathing into those armpits, really open out that chest. And then one more little hug. Now what we're going to do now, I'm just going to turn so you can see, we're going to bring these hands, just interlock those fingers, gently push the backs of the hands away from center. So we're getting a nice little stretch in that upper back. And then we're going to open out and roll those shoulders back. Good. So while we're walking on the spot, let's just reach over and then take a nice stable base. So we're going to give ourselves that nice pat in the back, and we're going to support this stretch. We're going to gently push that elbow towards the ceiling by just placing this hand on the fleshy part of the arm between the elbow and the shoulder. And we're going to breathe out. And then when you feel ready, we're going to reach up, breathe in, and we're going to breathe out. Good. And then we're going to come all the way back, bring this arm down. Just walk it out and roll this shoulder. Good. Take that lovely breath in, breath out, and then let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach over that shoulder. So remember, just working to your range. Find that point of stretch. It could be here, it could be here. Just what works for you. We don't want to push into pain. And then we're just going to reach out. We're going to breathe in, relax this arm, breathe out. Good. So we've got that really nice stretch of the trunk. And come back. So that feels really good, that stretch. And again, just moving the feet, rolling that shoulder. Okay, so should we think about the backs of those thighs? So let's just take a little tap forwards and bring that foot in. I'm going to use this wall for support, but you don't have to. And then what I'm going to do is just place that heel just alongside that big toe. So it's not too far in front. That's too far, really. Bring it back so we can just take that weight onto the supporting leg. Hips square on, feet square on, and you can feel that stretch down the back of the thigh. Now notice that spine is nice and long. Now if you want to increase that stretch, we can just bend that supporting knee a little bit more. We're going to breathe out, and then we're just going to come all the way back up. Breathe in. Lovely. Let's do the same on the other side. So again, I've got that wall for support if you need it. Heel just roughly in line with that supporting leg. You're almost pushing that bottom towards the wall behind you, hinging at the hips, so we're not rounding that spine. Breathing out, and then once you've held it there a few seconds, you might find you can go a little bit deeper. Don't worry if you can't. And then we're going to come all the way up. Good, just move those feet a little bit. Let's just circle those wrists. And breath in, breath out. Good. Okay, so I'm going to take those feet a little bit wider again. I'm going to bring these hands around, and I'm going to place my palms just above my bottom with those fingers pointing downwards. And then I'm just going to gently squeeze these elbows together. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Get that lovely stretch of the chest. That's good. Don't worry if you can't actually place the palms there. Just bring those hands where you can. See if we can just squeeze those elbows together. And then just let those arms go. Release. Let those arms go and release. So we're going to see if we can take one hand onto the opposite shoulder. Place that hand on the upper arm and just draw it across the body. Give that a nice stretch. Great stuff. And then we're going to release. Have a little shake. And we'll do the same on the other side. Well done. This is good. All right, so nice to just stretch the muscles that have been worked. You can really feel the benefits, can't you? You may not like the benefits at the time, but as soon as you come out of it, you think, oh, that's better. All right then, so let's do the front of these thighs. These get tight. We're going to do 2 different stretches. So the first one, we're going to hold onto the wall, lift that knee up, hold onto the back of the trouser leg trainer. You may have to just take that foot behind you without holding on if there's limited mobility there, if there's limited range. And then we're just going to see if we can squeeze that heel towards the bottom, standing tall. See if we can gently push the hip of the bent knee forwards. That's good. Breathing out. And then we're going to release. Now, before you change sides, just take a few steps and take that same leg, take a nice generous step behind you, but don't press that heel to the floor. Now, all we're going to do is bend that back knee slightly, lift this chest and get a nice stretch just here. It's the hip flexors, the top of the front of the thigh. And then we're going to lean forwards, bring it up, walk it out. Just roll those shoulders, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So first things first, knee up, trainer, sock, trouser leg, front of the trainer if you've got good flexibility, or just bend that knee as much as you feel able. We're going to stand nice and tall. Just gently push the hip of that bent leg forwards. Good. Look straight ahead if you can, guys. Great stuff. And then we're going to release. Move the feet a little bit, and with that same leg, you can actually just look to the carpet or the floor in front of you as you step back. Bend that back knee, and then lift that chest, and you will feel that stretch. Good. If you want to increase the stretch, you can either take that foot back or just bend that knee a little bit more. Good stuff. Bring it up, bring it in, and just move those feet. Shake those arms out. Great stuff, guys. So we come to the end of our session. We're going to just finish with some breathing. So I'm going to get you to feel comfortable, feet hip width apart. We're just going to lift these palms up towards the ceiling as we breathe in. And then as we breathe out, just let those shoulders relax down. Good. So we're going to take that full breath in through the nose. And we're going to breathe out through the mouth if you can. Don't worry if you need to breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose. Just that breath in. And out. Relax those shoulders down. And then we're just going to shake those hands. Give those feet a little shake. Congratulations. Well done. Bravo. We are going to make sure, well, you are, make sure you have a drink. Make sure you have a little hydration session. Keep drinking throughout the day. Great session today, my friends. Let me know if it was not challenging enough, too challenging. Just always feedback, because sometimes it's quite hard to glean. But otherwise, goodbye, and goodbye, Brent, too. Hope you're well. Bye-bye.